Everyone at the parade thought he was just a crazy old man, laughing, shouting, stumbling around like he didn't belong. Some people mocked him, some kids even threw popcorn at him. But the moment the national anthem started playing, his face changed, his body froze, his eyes turned empty. And what happened next made the entire parade go silent. Because the crazy old man wasn't crazy. He was a soldier, and the war had never left him. This is not just a story. This is a warning, a reminder of what trauma looks like, what PTSD looks like, and how quickly society laughs at pain it doesn't understand. So watch till the end, because the twist will shake you. Let's begin. It was Independence Day weekend, a small American town. Clean streets, red, white, blue decorations, flags on every porch. The kind of town where parades are not just celebrations, they're tradition. The main street was packed, kids on shoulders, old couples in folding chairs, teenagers holding phones up for videos. Local police smiling, directing traffic. A marching band warmed up near the school parking lot. Drums, trumpets, laughter, happiness. Everything felt perfect, and in the middle of all that was one man who didn't fit the picture. He stood near the curb, just outside the crowd. An old man, maybe late 60s, maybe early 70s. His hair was gray and messy, his beard was untrimmed, his clothes were worn out like he didn't care what anyone thought. He carried a small plastic bag with him, and inside it, some people noticed, were little folded flags. He kept muttering to himself. Sometimes he laughed suddenly, sometimes he yelled at nothing, and sometimes he stared down the street like he was waiting for something terrible. The crowd noticed him. A woman whispered, "Who is that?" A man replied, "Oh, him? He's always around. Poor guy's not right in the head." Kids started giggling. One teenager said loudly, "Yo, Grandpa's glitching." Laughter. Someone else said, "Probably drunk." But the truth was, he wasn't drunk. He was haunted. As the parade preparations continued, the old man wandered closer. Not aggressive, not dangerous, just lost. A family sitting on chairs pulled their kids closer. A man holding a soda stepped in front of his wife like he needed to protect her. The old man stopped near a hot dog stand. He stared at the grill, the smell of meat, the sizzling sound. For a moment, his face softened like he remembered something warm. Then his hands started shaking. He whispered, Don't light it." The vendor frowned. "What?" The old man stepped back, breathing faster. The vendor waved him away. "Hey, move along." The old man didn't move. He stared at the flame. Then suddenly he shouted, "Turn it off!" Everyone turned. The vendor snapped. "Hey, what's wrong with you?" The old man's eyes widened. He looked terrified, not angry, terrified. And the crowd began to laugh. A teenage boy grabbed popcorn and tossed a handful at him. "Relax, Grandpa." Another kid barked like a dog. The crowd laughed louder. The old man lowered his head and walked away. But he didn't walk like a normal person. He walked like someone escaping a battlefield. A local police officer noticed the disturbance. Officer Mark Denson, friendly face, small-town cop. He walked over, calm but firm. "Sir, are you okay?" The old man looked at the officer. His eyes flickered, like he didn't see a cop, like he saw something else. His lips moved. "MP, military police." Officer Denson frowned. "Sir, are you a veteran?" The old man didn't answer. He backed away. Then suddenly he saluted, a sharp salute, so clean it shocked the officer. The crowd got quiet for half a second, then laughed again. "Look, he thinks he's in the army." Officer Denson sighed. "Okay, sir, let's step back, all right? You're scaring people." The old man's breathing became heavy. He kept whispering, "They're coming, they're coming." Officer Denson tried to guide him away gently, but the old man jerked his arm back. "Don't touch me." Officer Denson stepped back, surprised. The old man looked around wildly, and then he said something that made no sense to anyone there. "Not again, not again. I won't leave them." Officer Denson radioed quietly. "Dispatch, I may need assistance. Possible mental health episode." And that's when the crowd decided he wasn't human anymore. He was entertainment. The first float appeared, a classic car, then firefighters, then kids carrying banners. The marching band lined up. The announcer's voice boomed, "Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the National Anthem." People stood, hands on hearts, phones ready. The band lifted their instruments. The first note hit the air, and in that exact moment, the old man froze, like a switch flipped inside him. His face drained of color. His eyes widened, not with pride, with terror. His body stiffened. His hands shook violently. He whispered, barely audible, "No, no." The anthem continued. The drums rolled, and suddenly the old man dropped to the ground. At first, people laughed. "Bro, he's doing it again." But then they realized this wasn't acting. The old man started crawling, not like a drunk man, like a soldier under fire. He covered his head. He screamed, "Get down! Get down!" His voice was raw, broken, desperate. He looked at the kids near the curb and shouted, "Move! Move!" The crowd backed up, confused. The band slowed. Some instruments stopped. The old man's breathing was wild. Then he yelled words that hit the air like bullets. "They're in the trees! We're surrounded!" His hands clawed at the pavement like it was dirt. Then he whispered a name, "Eddie." A tear fell. Then another. He started sobbing, and suddenly he screamed, "I can't carry him again." The parade stopped. The entire street went silent. Even the kids stopped laughing. Officer Denson ran forward. "Sir, sir, look at me." But the old man didn't see him. He saw Vietnam. From the crowd, an older man pushed forward. He wore a Vietnam veteran cap. His face was serious. He stared at the old man on the ground. Then his eyes widened, like he recognized a ghost. He whispered, "No, it can't be." He stepped closer. The old man was shaking, crying, whispering, "Don't leave me, don't leave me." The veteran knelt beside him. His voice trembled. "Tommy?" The old man froze. His eyes flickered. He looked up slowly, like his mind was fighting through fog. The veteran's voice broke. "Tommy Raines, is that you?" The old man's lips trembled, and in a whisper he replied, "Sergeant?" The veteran's face collapsed. Tears rolled down. He grabbed the old man's shoulders gently. "It's me. It's Sergeant Cole." The crowd watched, stunned. The veteran turned toward the crowd and shouted, "Back up!" His voice had command, the kind of voice that had led men through hell, and everyone obeyed. Sergeant Cole looked at Officer Denson. "Get him water, now." Officer Denson nodded quickly. Cole looked at the crowd. His eyes burned with anger. "You laughed at him?" Silence. Cole pointed at the old man. "This man isn't crazy. This man is a combat veteran." He swallowed hard. This man was in Vietnam. He watched his friends die. He carried wounded men through jungle fire. And one night, Cole's voice cracked. "We got ambushed. Tommy tried to save a kid soldier, barely 19. Cole wiped tears. He carried him until his arms out exhausted, but the kid died anyway. Tommy's face twisted in pain as if he could hear it again. Cole continued, and Tommy never forgave himself. The crowd stood frozen. Cole raised Tommy's shaking hand gently and pulled up his sleeve. There were scars, burn marks, old wounds. Then Cole pointed to something on his wrist, a faded tattoo, a unit marking. He spoke louder. "This isn't a homeless man. This is Private First Class Thomas Raines. And if you had any respect for this country," he pointed at the flags, "you would respect him too." Officer Denson returned with water. Tommy drank like a child. His hands trembled. Cole held him, not like a stranger, like a brother. Tommy whispered, "I didn't mean to." Cole shook his head. "You don't have to apologize." Then Cole stood up and faced the crowd. "Do you know what PTSD is?" Silence. Cole said, "It's not weakness. It's war living inside your head. And today, you all watched it happen."
The band members stood quietly. Some were crying. The announcer's voice trembled. "Ladies and gentlemen," but Cole raised a hand. No. He looked at Tommy and he saluted him, a slow, respectful salute. Then something powerful happened. One by one, other veterans in the crowd stood up. They stepped forward, and they saluted too. Even Officer Denson saluted. Tommy stared, stunned, and for the first time in years, he didn't look crazy. He looked like a soldier being welcomed home. That day, the parade didn't continue like normal because the town learned something more important than fireworks. They learned that some battles don't end when the war ends. Some soldiers come home, but their minds stay behind. So next time you see someone acting strange, don't laugh, don't mock, don't throw popcorn.